Welcome to Moments with Marianne. This is your host, Marianne Pastana. And we're here today with special guest, Jess Weiner, who's here to share with us Blippi and the Dove Self-Esteem Project. So at what age should we start discussing body image with our children? Well, the answer will shock you, because I know it did with me. And today, Jess Weiner's here to share with us just that. So Jess Weiner is a cultural expert and brand advisor who has spent decades educating and speaking on cultural trends in order to help people feel more seen, heard, and understood. She is the CEO of Talk to Jess, a consultancy focused on helping Fortune 500 companies and global brands, such as Mattel and Warner Brothers, to become more inclusive and culturally fluent. Jess has been a strategic partner in culture-changing moments, such as launching Dove's campaign for Real Beauty, which is celebrating 20 years of self-esteem education this year. She was recently named one of the top 250 female founders by Inc. magazine and one of the most creative people in the business in the areas of diversity and education by Fast Company. So welcome to the show, Jess Weiner, and I would love to just dive right in. Why don't you share with us some of the studies that have been found in regards to body image and children?
Yes, our recent research is a little shocking. For the last 20 years, Dove and the Dove Self-Esteem Project has been creating body image and self-esteem education that has been experienced by over 114 million young people around the world. And normally, we're focusing on kids maybe 8 years old and up, because we know that body confidence tends to plummet when you hit near puberty or when you're heading into middle school. I think everybody can remember that time in their life where your body image and self-esteem might suffer a bit. But our recent research showed us that 1 in 4 girls between the ages of 4 and 6 years old were already establishing some body dissatisfaction, or they were expressing some body dissatisfaction. And so, Dove, in this long history of 20 years of self-esteem education, knew that they had to do something about it. And we always try to provide tools and resources for parents. And so Blippi and Dove teamed up, Blippi being this incredible, most popular live action preschool program. And they've created content together that builds on the Blippi world of fun and curiosity and adventure, but also introduces concepts around body image and self-esteem for young kids. And our hope is that as parents and educators and folks who've got kids in their lives watch this content with kids in their lives, it will unlock a conversation that clearly, by the research, needs to happen younger and younger.
I was floored when I heard about that research. That is just stunning that we have children, young girls thinking between the ages of 1 and 4 that they've got something going on with their bodies. I mean, my goodness.
I know. I've been a cultural expert and researcher on this for the last 30 years. And I have to tell you, even I was shocked by that. I think it's evidence of the incredibly complex world we're growing our kids up in right now. They're exposed to a lot of messages. But also listen, before they get exposed to the messages outside of the home, they're growing up inside with folks that might say something about their own bodies in front of our kids and not realize we're doing it, right? So what I want to say to people who are listening who have young kids is, listen, this is a body image intervention. You don't have to worry. There are academically proven ways that we can start to turn that around for our kids, and having these conversations early and often is one of those ways. So even if it's not an issue yet in the life of your kid, by having this conversation, you're not going to create an issue. In fact, it's going to be quite the opposite. You're going to get a chance to really fortify those building blocks of confidence at an early age.
And that these discussions need to happen so much younger than I think most parents are prepared for.
I think so, which is why I love the combo of Blippi and Dove, because I feel like this is a really fun and creative way. I mean, these songs are like, they will stay with you. You will sing them well after you finish the episode. And what I love about that is that we know repetition really matters for kids. And if they can hear those affirmations and those thoughts over and over again, then that becomes the predominant voice in their head, and hopefully not something a little more negative.
I understand there's a new Blippi episode. I'd love to hear about that.
Yeah, well, there is some really wonderful content already out there from Dove and Blippi, but there is a 75-minute special that is airing today. And you can find it on Blippi's YouTube channel. We have it on, you can get to it from blippi.com /Dove. And so you've got lots of choices. You can do short form, you can do long form, depending on what time you have, or go back and watch them all together. And then on blippi.com /Dove, you've got resources as well that Blippi and Dove have created to help parents and people who have kids in their life pick up the conversation while you're watching.
So why do you think Dove wanted to collaborate with Blippi on this topic? Because it's such a big topic.
Oh, yeah. But I think, now that we know we need to talk to younger and younger kids, what better way to do it than with edutainment, right? We're meeting kids and parents where they are. And we know that our self-esteem interventions have to happen in the digital landscape, in entertainment, on social media. And so this is where this young group is. They're loving Blippi. They're listening to Blippi. They're watching Blippi. And so I felt like the partnership just really made a ton of sense.
Well, I can understand why having these both brands come together is such a great resource for children. And so the new Blippi episodes, they're really geared towards encouraging kids to love their bodies.
Yeah, so there's lots of beautiful messages in there. There are messages around appreciating what your body can do, as an example, versus what it looks like. And boy, don't we all need that message a little bit in our lives. But, it's got a lot of fun and creative ways into thinking about the differences, what makes you unique, what makes you special. It's just a lot of positivity at this young age. And we know that when we can do that and when we can fortify that, it can help kids grow up with a stronger sense of self and higher self-esteem.
So why does it take a village in helping to promote this?
I mean, that is a very good question. I think because we're all in it together, to be honest. Nobody in this modern world is exempt from some of the pressures and the challenges that we're facing. And I think for our young kids in particular, who don't have the coping skills yet of knowing how to navigate through things and don't have the media literacy skills to know what they're looking at might be, airbrushed or retouched. I think when you're talking about this beautiful young age of 4 to 6, they're just learning how to be in their body. So we want them to focus on all the great things their bodies can do and not, as an example, like what their bodies look like in comparison to something else.
I'm sure there are a lot of parents that are with their kids watching this going, okay, I need to learn these life skills as well.
Yes, I tell you, it's a great look. It's just a great reminder for all of us. And what I love about it, again, is that it's not a heavy duty conversation. The burden is not on the parents to kind of help, have like a long convo about this. It's just, you think about it as planting little fun, creative seeds. And I think Blippi gives you this wonderful bite-size and longer form content that will let you refer to what your kids are watching and then be able to elicit a lesson or an opportunity to connect with them.
So where can our listeners and just everybody go and learn more about this?
Well, you can go to blippi.com /Dove. Everything you need is right there.
Well, Jess, thank you so much for taking the time to be on the show with us here today.
I'm so happy. Thanks for such great questions.
Well, thank you, Jess. It's been such an honor to spend this time with you and to talk about the partnership of Blippi and the Dove Self-Esteem Project. Well, we're at the end of our time today. I'd like to thank everyone for tuning in. You've been listening to Moments with Mary Ann, where we make every moment count.
In a single moment, your life can change. Moments with Mary Ann is a transformative hour that covers an endless array of topics with the best of the best. Her guests are leaders in their fields, ranging from inspirational authors, top industry leaders, and business and spiritual entrepreneurs. Each guest is gifted and a true visionary, a recognized leader in her own work, and while teaching others to develop, refocus, and grow, Mary Ann will bring the best guest and sometimes a special surprise. Don't miss this. You never know just which moment will change your life forever. Make sure to tune in and visit momentswithmaryann.com for more information.